Sitting next to me is Honorable Councilman Jeffrey Johnson. Councilman Johnson, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I enjoy it.
So tell us, how did you get interested in serving the public and representing your community?
Oh, that started many years ago when I was in college, student government. I first got bitten by the bug when I was class president and went to law school. And just when you grow up in a neighborhood and you want things to change and you have role models. In addition to my sports stars, I also had political stars for me. Carl Stokes and Charlie Carr, some other folks like that, Fannie Lewis. And so, you know, ever since I was probably right around 18, 19 years old.
Okay. And how did you get started in Cleveland?
Well, when I got back from undergrad college, when I graduated from college, I went to law school at Case Western Reserve. And so while I was at Case Western Reserve, I got involved with then Councilman Mike White's community organization, and I started working with him, learning a lot about the community, and so I got my start working with Mike White.
Okay. And with the, now that you're here in representing the Asiatown district, tell us what you learned about our community and what has kind of surprised you the most, and what you've really been has kind of engaged you the most.
Well, you know, actually this time out, there's a lot of new faces, but I'm not new to the Asiatown area. I was the state senator for 9 years, and I represented Asiatown, but it was at a different level where I didn't really deal with the day-to-day. And then I was director of the Department of Community Relations from 2002 to 2006 under former Mayor Jane Campbell. And it was during that time as a director of community relations that I did interact. We did the annual Asia Pacific performances at City Hall. I was part of that. But this time around, there's a lot of additional leadership, enthusiastic young folks like yourself who see the vision for Asiatown that I'm plugging into. It's just like I need to just feed off on that excitement that you guys have. So I'm not new to it, but I am in a better position to make some things happen.
Okay. So what do you think is kind of the future of Asiatown? Where would you like to see it go?
Well, first of all, the first thing I want is that we actually have a plan, that we get together with the leadership within Asiatown and those who have an interest at City Hall. And I'm going to put some money on the table so that we can develop a 5-year, 10-year plan. And I'm not really coming with my own preconceived notions. What I want to do is really just create the process that ultimately will lead to a plan. Obviously, I would like to see more business development, strengthen in the residential areas, and be a magnet to bring folks in from outside Asiatown to spend their money, to learn more about the culture. I think the Asia Festival is indicative of what the potential is, of who can come in. We had thousands of people from outside Asiatown. I think we can do that year round.
And you talk about economic development and growth. Anything else you want to add to that? Like how are we going to do that?
Well, we need to, first of all, Asiatown is within the larger picture of the overall city economy. And so with that, there is struggling relative to how can we develop sustainable businesses. What I like about Asiatown that there is a certain excitement, a certain vision that we have with the opening of certain facilities. And so what I need to do is be able to, what can we do to create, expand businesses here? And from an entertainment standpoint, whether it's restaurants, whether it's any other type of entertainment, to the more serious, thoughtful type of discussions about the culture. I want to be able to have Asiatown be one of the jewels, expand the ability for it to be the jewel that it is today, to even be more so to draw people in and hopefully get some folks to move back. Because we've lost a few folks out of the Asiatown area, as we have generally in Cleveland. So economic development, job development. I think a lot of the job development will be outside of Asiatown because we are talking about small industry. There are a number of industrial parks that are not far from, that's still in my ward, but not actually in Asiatown. We want to be able to have I support the immigrant welcome center. We want to be able to bring a lot of our best and brightest minds from China and from other Asian countries, and make sure that Asiatown is a place where they can feel comfortable to do their businesses or live.
So with these companies that we're trying to attract from China and maybe in other parts of Asia, is Asia Town something that's on their radar? Do they ask, oh, does Cleveland have an Asia Town? Is that...
I think they do. I think they do that, and almost because that's a natural question.
Yeah.
Now, the key is when we say yes. The key is when they come in and see it. Are they thrilled by it? Are they excited about it? And the fact that we can show them that we have a detailed evolutionary plan shows maybe that they can invest in it. When it's all said and done, Asia Town will grow as strong and as far as the people are willing to invest in it. And you've got to be able to get private investment, because City Hall by itself, with its shrinking budgets, cannot do what we need to do. It's got to be a public-private partnership.
Are there specific industries that are looking into this area that are potentially coming in?
Well, I would say the tech companies. I have over at Tyler Village, for example, some interest over there. What I need is to be able to get the young entrepreneurs who are Asian to tell me how to attract those from outside of Asia Town, outside of our country, from China, Asia Pacific countries. How can we be the magnet to be able to bring them in and talk about the tech companies and really move into the whole thermal heating, the whole different type of high-tech issues, things that I would love to be able to make Asia Town, really cool like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, Councilman Johnson, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.